In the radiant kingdom of Sunhaven, ruled by a just and noble king, lived a young and ambitious Prince Alexander. He was known throughout the land for his courage, his skill with a bow, and his inseparable bond with his magnificent steed, Stormfire. One bright morning, the prince decided to test his hunting skills and lead a training exercise. He gathered 10 of his finest soldiers. "Men," he announced, his voice ringing with confidence. "Today, we ride. We will hunt and sharpen our senses. Stay sharp. Stay with me." Before departing, he found the princess, her smile as bright as the morning sun. He took her hand gently.
"My love, I shall return soon, with a prize worthy of a royal feast." He kissed her hand, his eyes promising a swift return.
Until then, deep in the royal woods, a majestic deer with towering antlers appeared. Alexander's eyes narrowed in focus. "There! What a magnificent creature!" He drew his bow, the string groaning in anticipation. With a sharp exhale, he released the arrow. It flew true, striking the deer's flank. The wounded animal bolted, disappearing into the dense undergrowth. After it, Alexander spurred Stormfire forward. "Follow me!" He yelled to his soldiers, but his voice was lost to the wind and his own intense focus. He plunged deeper and deeper into the forest, the thrill of the chase consuming him, unaware that he had long left his men behind. Hours passed. The sun began to dip below the horizon, casting long, eerie shadows. The prince, lost and weary, realized he was no longer in the familiar woods of Sunhaven. The trees here were twisted and dark, the air thick with an unspoken menace. He had unknowingly crossed into the dreaded Kingdom of Mordrax, the domain of the ruthless King Darkon. A patrol of Mordrax soldiers spotted the royal sigil on Alexander's tunic. "It's the Prince of Sunhaven!" one hissed. A messenger was dispatched immediately to the dark fortress. King Darkon sat on his throne, a cruel smile spreading across his face as he heard the news. "The little prince has wandered into my web." "Perfect! Go, all of you! Bring him to me, alive! With him as my hostage, Sunhaven will fall without a single siege." Suddenly, the forest erupted, with the sound of 100 soldiers crashing through the brush. "We're surrounded! Boy!" Alexander whispered to Stormfire, patting his neck. The horse whinnied, sensing the danger. "Then we run." The chase was on. Alexander urged Stormfire into a gallop, the stallion living up to his name, moving like a living tempest through the dark woods. Arrows rained down upon them like a deadly storm. One struck Stormfire's leg, then another in his shoulder. The horse cried out in pain but did not falter. He was a force of nature, driven by pure loyalty. More arrows found their mark, a dozen or more, each one a testament to his bravery. He pushed on, his powerful muscles straining, his breath coming in ragged gasps. He would not let his prince fall. Against all odds, Stormfire, bleeding and broken, burst through the tree line and back onto the familiar soil of Sunhaven. He galloped across the fields, a trail of his own lifeblood marking his heroic path. Finally, collapsing within sight of the castle walls, Alexander leaped from his saddle, cradling the head of his loyal friend. "Stormfire, you did it, boy. You saved me." But the brave horse's light was fading. He took one last, shuddering breath in his master's arms, and was gone. Tears streamed down Prince Alexander's face as he cried out in anguish. The princess ran to him, her own heart breaking at the sight. She knelt beside him, placing a hand on his shoulder. Her voice, though soft, was filled with steel. "He saved you, my love." He was a hero. Alexander looked up, his grief turning to a cold, hard resolve. "They will pay for this," he vowed. The princess nodded. "They will. We will have our revenge for Stormfire. But first, we must honor him." And so, a grand farewell was held for the bravest horse in the kingdom. In the royal courtyard, a magnificent statue was commissioned. It depicted the powerful steed in mid-gallop, forever immortalized in stone. And beneath it, an inscription was carved for all to see, a promise and a warning. Stormfire, loyalty over life. This wasn't an ending. It was the beginning of a war, sparked by the sacrifice of a loyal friend and the vow of a prince determined to avenge him. The shadow of King Darkon loomed, but the fire of retribution was just being lit in Sunhaven. What happens next is a story of vengeance. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it.